Just under a decade ago, when the right wing of the Republican Party gathered at CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Conference, there was a separate gathering just outside the conference for those who were considered too extreme to be invited. It was called The Uninvited. It was hosted by the editor of a right-wing website, a man named Steve Bannon. The attendees at the separate conference, those considered too crazy to be allowed into CPAC itself, included several notorious Islamophobes, including a woman who advocated for, quote, an immediate halt of immigration by Muslims. That was 2013, when such views weren't welcome at CPAC. Fast forward just 4 years, and not only was Steve Bannon invited to CPAC, he worked in the White House. And they couldn't very well keep Islamophobes out. After all, Donald Trump had just gotten elected president, promising a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. But in 2017, there was still at least one person that CPAC would not allow in. Richard Spencer, an avowed white nationalist. CPAC said that Spencer and his advocacy for an all-white state was not welcome. They forcibly removed him from the conference. That was a life ago, 2017. Fast forward 5 years. Apparently, CPAC standards have loosened yet again, because yesterday in Dallas, CPAC welcomed as its opening speaker the Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who just last week gave a speech denouncing race mixing. It was a speech that was so vile that one of his closest advisors resigned, calling the speech pure Nazi. But don't worry, CPAC isn't just for foreign autocrats who sound like Nazis. Today it showed that it has a little room for everyone in every corner of the far right, from the frightening to the ridiculous to the absolutely bonkers.
Now today we face the greatest danger we have ever faced. The militant left wing in our country has become the enemy within. In their new socialist order, everyone will obey and no one will be allowed to complain.
When I said that I'm a Christian nationalist, I have nothing to be ashamed of, because that's what most Americans are.
My name is Ted Cruz, and my pronouns are kiss my ass. If you see someone with a beard and chest hair and a voice like Barry White, that's a dude.
The Joe Biden economy has made it hard for families to have hot dogs with hot dog buns, and that is an unacceptable thing. Our American citizens have dreams too, and one of those dreams is that they should be able to have a family cookout with hamburger buns.
This is very important you hear me on this. Over 54 countries have now been taken by the machines, or are getting taken by the machines, and you never get to go back. Venezuela, Australia, they're gone. You don't get to vote out the machines once they're there.
I was away for a couple of weeks in Africa, and I seem to have missed when hot dog or hamburger buns got canceled. But that's actually CPAC today, the Conservative Political Action Conference in Dallas today, where America is bereft of both buns for its hot dogs and its hamburgers and facing the machine takeover apocalypse at any moment. That last speaker was the election conspiracy theorist and foam pillow mogul Mike Lindell. He and other speakers at CPAC celebrated today's news that the election denier extraordinaire, Kari Lake, has won the Republican nomination for governor in Arizona, which poses, this one's a brain teaser actually, because Kari Lake has been insisting for weeks that the race that she was in was rife with fraud. The results could not be trusted. So Mike Lindell and others squared that circle by claiming that Kari Lake and her supporters somehow, quote, overrode the evil voting machines that were programmed to steal her victory. Neat trick. The other big draw at CPAC today was this little bit of performance art. A man portraying a January 6th rioter in his jail cell, weeping at his political persecution. No one seemed bothered by the irony that the man playing the role of weeping prisoner was in fact a January 6th rioter himself who avoided jail time. How'd he do that? He cooperated with prosecutors, helping them convict other rioters who then went to prison. You can't make this stuff up. But the main event for CPAC actually hasn't come yet. It's tomorrow night, when the former twice-impeached insurrectionist president himself will give a speech. Tonight he's in Wisconsin speaking at a rally for a Republican candidate for governor. Trump is backing that candidate because, Well, why else? He believes the 2020 election was stolen, and he won't commit to certifying the next election if he's elected governor.